If you've ever Googled your own company and didn't like what you saw, this video is probably going to be for you. But before we even get into it, before you even start this video, if you haven't done that yet, head on over to Google and run a quick search on your company, jump back into this video, and we'll get started. Hey everyone, welcome back. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name's Jordan. I work as the head of operations at Media Removal. And today we're going to cover how online reputation management works. There's going to be 5 parts that we're going to cover. So I'll run through each one quick. What's the first thing that actually happens, right? What does step 1, step 2, step 3, and onward look like? What are the 2 ways to fix a reputation problem? What does suppression actually look like in practice? How long does it usually take? And then last, but certainly not least, what does it's working actually look like? So question number 1, what's the first thing that actually happens? Well, going back to our previous video, we mentioned that you run in an initial audit. You need to audit to understand exactly how you're being positioned, what's showing up on page 1 of Google, whether you have a Google Knowledge Panel, social profiles are ranking on page 1, is there any press coverage, and what's missing altogether. Think of it as going to a doctor, right? You walk into the doctor's office, you check in. The second you see the doctor, he's not just going to throw medication your way and tell you you're good to go on your way. See you later, right? They have to run a diagnosis. They have to draw blood work, fill out some applications. They'll go through a little Q&A with you, a little bit back and forth to get a better understanding of what your symptoms are, and then they can treat it. So it's the exact same idea with online reputation management. We can't just go in and start solving problems if we first haven't audited and checked to see what those symptoms are before we even make any changes, before we start the work, before we start optimizing. So I'm going to take you through a quick live demo here of a very popular brand. Okay guys, so that brand is going to be Magic Spoon. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of this brand. It's a very, very popular cereal brand. Big cereal guy myself, so I feel like it's only fitting to run a quick case study on these guys. They're largely based in the US. I'm not sure if they're shipping worldwide, but just for the sake of the video, these guys are quite well known. They've been around for quite a few years now. If you don't know, they're a keto-friendly, high-protein cereal, which mentioned here on their website. But let's just get into real quick kind of what we would diagnose, right? What we would kind of run an audit on. So first things first, I'm just going to search their name, and I've already done that, right? Just Magic Spoon. What already sticks out is that their website is ranking number 1. They've already got the Google Knowledge Panel in place, right? They've got the founder listed out here, all of their socials. Looks like their social media is ranking number 2. A lot of their products here are being displayed in the more product section, making it easy for buyers to just click and buy. Then there's a forum. You'll notice that there's a Reddit thread here. I actually went through this and it's very mixed, right? There's people praising it, loving it, saying it's the best cereal out there. I can eat as much as I want without putting on weight. And then there's others saying it tastes like cardboard. So very divided there. And that's what we always tend to see with Reddit. It's a very, very divided platform. It either helps you or damages you entirely. You'll also notice in the video section here, we've got some third-party content. So right here, this creator is actually discouraging buyers to stop buying from them. Then they also have a couple of other positive third-party influencers, creators, whatever the case is, right? They're talking about how good Magic Spoon cereal is, so on and so forth. So a little bit of a mixed sentiment there. They've also got some press, the New York Times, so very reputable. Listed on Amazon, Target, and then it looks like this is some sort of blog. All in all, not a bad reputation, right? First page, it's very well controlled. Again, they've got their Google Knowledge Panel on here. Their socials are ranking, their website. And again, just going back to the videos, it's normal to run into negativity, right? The negativity is never going to go away. You're always going to have haters. You're always going to have negative reviews, people leaving things about the company that they don't like. But just taking a look at this, there are some problems that we can help solve. Legal content removal. We could even also look at suppressing some content through a positive content campaign. So that moves us into question number 4. How long does it actually take? Guys, this takes time, okay? And I want to be very clear about that, right? Let's think about it going to the gym for a second, okay? You walk into the gym day one and you don't walk out with a six pack after working out for an hour. It just doesn't work that way. ORM works in a very similar fashion, right? There's no 1 day fix. There's no 1 week fix. There's no, 30-day plan and you're as good as new now and you don't ever have to worry about it ever again. So we'll break it down into timelines. 3 to 6 months are going to be your very basic but meaningful movements, right? So maybe a little bit of CERT movement. We might see a little bit of a change in how the AI overview is representing your brand or what kind of language it's using, whether it's talking negatively, whether it's talking positively. Then usually at that 6 to 12 month mark is where you start to dominate those search results. So maybe we've been able to suppress 2 to 3 links completely off of page one of Google. We've been able to completely reframe and now the AI overview is has changed what it said about you at one point, and now it's painting your picture in a very positive light, very positive manner. And so I just want to be clear, anyone that's, offering you a quick, 2 week fix or a 30-day ORM plan to where you'll never have to worry about it again and there's no such thing as maintaining it, I would be a little bit worried with those guys. I don't want to name names here, but they are out there, so just be cautious. This isn't an overnight fix, guys. This does take time. Like I said, you have to maintain. You start going to the gym, you stop, you're going to lose your gains, start slipping up on your diet. It has to be a habit. It has to be ongoing, and it has to be sustainable. Then lastly, number 5, and perhaps one of the most important questions is, what does it's working actually look like, right? And so this is where most agencies, most ORM firms go silent, and that's kind of the problem, right? So one thing we do when we pride ourselves is we like to track everything. And by everything, I mean, your search results start shifting. That's communicated. The negative content moving down, that's also communicated. The right content starts taking over page one. Maybe we'll see a change in language on how the AI overview is talking about your brand today versus when it was talking about your brand 6 months ago. So that last part is something most people don't even think about. But when someone asks AI about your brand today, what does it say? Do you even know what it's saying? When's the last time you went to ChatGPT and asked about your brand, asked about your company, asked about your reviews, what others are saying? And that is going to be your reputation in 2026. Guys, it's important. Traditional search has shifted. We see it time and time again. People are using LLMs more than ever to get a quick answer in under 10 seconds, right? They can find everything they need to know about a company in just about 30 seconds. If they can do that on Claude, if they can do that on GPT, if they can do that on Grok, Perplexity, whatever the case is, they'll do it. So it's important to understand how your brand is being represented, where it's being represented, and the sentiment around it. That's a wrap for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, click that subscribe button below. I'm also going to leave a link down in the description box. It's going to take you to our our free audit tool. It'll take you about 30 seconds, but it's going to show you exactly how you're being talked about across LLMs, how you're being talked about online, AI overview summary, all that jazz. So check it out if you have a couple of minutes. It's going to be really helpful for you. And honestly, it kind of be a great first step to at least just run that audit so that you can start improving your online reputation today.